Where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. God has given us unlimited treasures in His Word. Every time we open it, we can discover a new treasure or admire an old one. What will we find today? Here's Carla Early with Treasure Hunt in the Word.
I admit freely that I am not good at planning things. In fact, my husband tends to plan all of our vacations, or else we would probably not have any. So reading about all the intricate planning and orchestration of details that God does in the Bible, and seeing His plans working out in my own life, well, it really blows my mind. I'm sure it did the disciples too. In Matthew 21, Jesus told them to go get a donkey. He knew exactly where it was and what they should say to procure the use of it. And then, instead of His usual unannounced, out-of-the-spotlight arrival in Jerusalem, even though they knew the rulers were searching for Him to kill Him, He started into town like a royal victory procession. People who had witnessed Him raising Lazarus from the dead and others who came to see the proof of this miracle accompanied Him on the 2-mile journey into the city. The people streamed out of the city to greet Him as well, all crying, "Hosanna! Blessed is He who comes in the name of the Lord! Hosanna in the highest! The King of Israel!" As a disciple, I'm sure each of them felt important, honored to be on the inside track as they surrounded Jesus and His donkey. They were His right-hand men, and once He took His rightful place on the throne of David and vanquished all the Romans, they would rule with Him. Yet, as these thoughts swirled together in their mind, I'm sure they couldn't completely get those strange things that He kept saying about His death out of their heads. Of course, the Jewish rulers wanted Him dead, but He was the Messiah. The Messiah couldn't die. He was supposed to rule and reign forever, right? In all, they were pretty much confused. John records, His disciples did not understand these things at first, but when Jesus was glorified, they remembered that these things were written about Him, and that they had done these things to Him. John had been there and freely admitted, we didn't get it until much later. Maybe Jesus explained things to them when He came back for those 40 days, or maybe the Holy Spirit reminded them of the prophecies that He had fulfilled during His triumphal entry and other things that happened that week. Like the disciples, we can participate in something God orchestrates without full understanding of it until later. In fact, most things that God does, we don't fully understand or see how it fits into His overarching plan, at least not at the moment. And that can be frustrating and confusing. Sometimes we just have to realize, I'm not going to get the full picture right now, and just go with it. Later, God might reveal what He's been doing, or not. And that's why, when an event has passed, it's good to look back and ask, Lord, what were You doing there? What were You trying to teach me? How did You use me in that situation? And often, we'll find that God was doing something way bigger than we realized, and we got to be part of it.
You can contact us at treasurehuntintheword@gmail.com. We'd love to hear the treasures God has given you through His Word. You can listen to other episodes on our website, which you can find in the description below. Thank you for listening, and remember, where your treasure is, there will your heart be also.